What's up, normal crew? Hey guys, I think I just came up with a name for y'all. Family, friends, and other. It's a beautiful night to run out on Buster, go see what kind of trouble we can get into. But I just put like 2.5 gallons in the Ninja 500, and that got us about 100 miles. I won't say they were easy miles, so I'll have to figure out what the mile per gallon was for that. But I got all my gear on today. This is the first time I wore my ballistic pants from Joe Rocket with my Joe Rocket jacket, and I was heading down to the gas station and realized, hey, the zipper is open on my left leg. So yeah, I felt that air coming through, but I took care of that, and now we're off. So anyway, if you're in the central Pennsylvania area, I've been going to Rutter's for my ethanol-free gas, but I recently found out the remodeled Sheets also has ethanol-free, so don't count them out if you're looking for the good gas. It's not a huge deal if you're going to be running the gas through your bike pretty quick, but if you let it sit here and there, make sure you put in ethanol free so that corn stuff doesn't gum up your carburetors or your fuel tank or your lines or your system, all that good stuff. So I was thinking of talking today about the biker culture, and as far as everything goes, you go back into the 60s, of course that was huge in America for Harley Davidson, and just the biker mentality of being badasses, getting out there and partying, and you shouldn't be drinking. So partying and doing other stuff, and you know, flipping over cars, and joining gangs and just creating havoc. But I want to know what you guys think. Like, obviously there weren't sport bikes and there wasn't computer technology and current improvements on bikes that we have today, but now there's such a vast variety of motorcycles that you can ride. Everything from dirt and cross tour to cruisers, super sports. So, I mean, if you want to ride a motorcycle, you can fit in just about anywhere. You know, people that ride Harleys aren't just tattooed, muscly, crazy people anymore. I mean, a lot of those guys are riding Hondas, and they're the nicest guys you'll ever meet. But I was just thinking about shout out to Shade Tree Surgeon talking about you need to earn his friendship. You're not part of his family just because you ride a motorcycle on 2 wheels. And I thought, you know, I do kind of feel that way. Like, no, you're not my friend. You may not be my brother, but I have respect for you getting out and riding. I have a common interest with you, and he said, you know, we have that, but that doesn't mean that you're besties. So okay, you're not besties, you're not gonna go grab a beer after your ride, but I'm still gonna wave to you. He was saying he doesn't wave to anybody because you haven't earned it. But I wave to scooters, and sometimes they are like surprised. I have respect for you. You're on a scooter, you're on a bike, you're putting yourself out there, and that's kind of the thing I think, you know. We all are sharing the risk of being on 2 wheels and being exposed to the elements, being exposed to other vehicles. I mean, you're not in a cage, and I won't call cars cagers, but we're all sharing the risk out here, and we all need to watch out for each other. If I ever have a chance to when I'm driving a car to to watch somebody's tail, I'm gonna do it. You know, I'm gonna make sure that they don't get tailgated and that they're safe as I can possibly help them out if they're on a motorcycle and I'm not. But yeah, guys, we're all doing this together, and hopefully with the joy of YouTube and Instagram and all that stuff, we can grow our family bigger. But you guys, my normal crew, I guess I should come up with some merch. I had sat down and started thinking of some ideas at one point, and now I forget what I came up with. So hopefully I wrote it down, but I don't know if I did or not. But anyway, just thinking about the culture. The movie Biker Boys, I've watched that, and it's fun. I enjoyed watching it. There's other ones I can't think of at the moment, but anytime I see a motorcycle on a movie, of course I'm hooked, no matter what it is. But you know, we're all in this together, and I'm not saying you have to wave at every single two-wheeler on the road. I'm not saying you have to wave at all the Can-Ams and trikes and all that kind of stuff, but be respectful and don't be offended if someone doesn't wave to you. They might be shifting, they might be nervous. I mean, if you want to think about it that way, just think, oh, they're nervous, they're too scared to pull their hands off, and you can respect that. So anyway, it is a glorious night. It's like 50, maybe down to 40 at this point. But like I said, I've got all my gear on. These pants have padding in them, and they're fully lined with something. I don't even know. I don't wear them often. I might have worn them once or twice in the past, but I figured it's a good time to pull them out and test them, see what I think of them. And really, it's not bad. I always thought, oh boy, I'm just gonna wear my jeans and I'll be fine, because it's a pain in the butt to put your pants on. But I don't know, guys, especially on a ride like this, slid them right on, no big deal. And they do come, there is a zipper at the back of my coat that I could zip them in, so I'd probably have more of like a full suit. So anyway, not a bad thing to wear. They're comfortable. I don't feel restricted in any way. But of course my jacket has, I have my rain liner in and my outer liner. So the Joe Rocket stuff, I've enjoyed it. I haven't worn anything else, but I haven't worn anything else. But I really do like the Joe Rocket stuff. I've had it probably 20 years, and it might be time to upgrade soon, but I'd be looking at Joe Rocket again, see what else they have. But I definitely enjoy what I got, because you can take out the liners and you still have your padding and protection, but it's a mesh jacket and it's just fine. Get the air going through it and keeps you cool. So I've learned something about good old Buster here, the Ninja 500. And this is something I learned from the Sabre and I applied to this motorcycle. I've always ridden this up to 6,000 RPMs. And in growing and learning with the Sabre V65, I realized the power band on that thing only kicks in over 6,000 RPMs and up to 10. So when I jumped on Buster here the last time I rode him, I realized, well, I'm shifting when I get to 6. And the red line on this thing's 11,000 RPMs. So maybe I should explore the upper RPMs on this bike. And say the exact thing. When you rev up through, it's funny. You can keep your throttle at the same position But as it goes up through, you hit 7 and it just gets new wind and new life. It's like, ah, I haven't seen this RPM in a long time, and it just takes off. So it's a lot of fun. And I've talked about this bike being 6-speed, but also the V65 Sabre is. But yeah, the more, it doesn't matter what gear you're in, explore those upper RPMs, and don't redline it. Don't blow up your engine. This is a bulletproof engine if you take care of it. Do your maintenance and watch your shifting. Make sure it's smooth and not super jerky, and just be gentle with it, but use it, you know? But she's not super fast. Like right now I've got full throttle, and it took her that long to do anything, but when she got to 7 she started speeding up. Now I am in 6th gear, so I don't expect anything special. If I'd go down to 4th gear, she would have took off on me. But if you're new to the channel, welcome. This is a 91 EX500 Ninja that I'm riding, and it's one that I rebuilt, so go back and watch the videos on her. There is a playlist on my channel page that you can find all the videos on this one, and then there is an EX500 playlist that you can look up, and that has this one and the 94 EX500 Ninja that I'm going to be rebuilding. That's going to need a lot more work than even the 91 did. But I've always said this bike is super comfortable. You lean forward, but it's not like a super sport. You don't have to cram into a tiny frame. It is a lot different than riding its standard bike or the Magnas or the Sabre even. This one, your legs are a lot higher, and the shifter and brake seem a lot closer to my toes. Whereas if I could wear boots on the Magna and Sabre, I don't know that I can use them on this one. But it's just a different riding position because it is a sport bike, albeit a small, more gentle learning beginner commuter bike. But she's super fun, and I thought I wasn't going to have fun on her after I got the Sabre with 121 horsepower, but there's a lot of life in this bike, and you can have a lot of fun on her no matter what. And I would ride this with guys that are less, guys and gals, I would ride this in a group of smaller bikes, and maybe with somebody that is less confident. But I think I'll keep this bike around so that it can teach others to ride, because it's not anything pretty. She's just a good, solid, easy to ride motorcycle. The clutch on this thing is real easy to learn, and you can technically leave out the clutch without giving her gas, and she won't stall. You can give her just a little bit of gas and you're good to go. So I think this is a great bike to learn on. I've never ridden a 250. This is the smallest bike I've ever ridden, so I can't speak to the 250s, but this is the same size as the 250, so you might as well ride this instead of something you're going to outgrow as fast as you bought it. So get yourself a 500 or a newer 300 or whatever, 400 that they have, because they don't make the 500 anymore. But get yourself a 500 and you could technically live with this as long as you want to. You might not keep up with some of your buddies on their bigger bikes, but I bet you anything you're going to be handling better than some of them, because they need to learn to ride and they have a lot more power to handle, whereas you can throw this thing around in the twisties pretty quick and not have any issues, whereas they got to power down and you're just powering through it. something to be said for a crisp, it almost feels like fall, but a lot to be said for a nice crisp evening. You get to ride, and why not? What else are you doing? Get out and shake off the stress, knock out your thoughts, just clear your head, and talk to yourself. That's exactly what I do all the time. You gotta talk to yourself. Throw around some business ideas. But I think that might be it for this video. Just wanted to get your input, get your thoughts on the biker culture these days. Where do you think you fit in? I have a bike for every ride, except I do still need a dirt bike or a crossover bike, something I can ride on the street, a dual sport. So if anybody has one that needs a little bit of work, I might be interested, so let me know. I'm in central Pennsylvania, willing to travel a little bit. I know they're bringing big money, but I need to find something a little cheaper because that's the way I roll. Something that needs a little bit of work you might have sitting around in your garage. So give me a shout out. I will catch you in the next one. Subscribe if you like motorcycle content and whatever I upload to the channel. So I enjoy having you here. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. Get out and ride, guys. Catch you later.